cross his path. He's a teen broken alcoholic sociopath.
Oh! Goddamn syringes. Ow! Son of a whore!
Kevin had taken the day off school to go shopping with his dad. He figured the guy who lived in this place must have been pretty rich, because all his booze came from bottles that looked like fancy hotel lamps.
Aw man, this guy smokes Slims. Jeez, you don't know what kind of losers you live with until you dig through their garbage.
Kevin liked digging through his neighbor's garbage because it helped him learn stuff about the people who lived around him, like how much everyone owed on their credit cards and which of his school teachers wore adult diapers.
Holy Christ, look at these empty pill bottles. I bet the old bag that lives here is as hammered as a floor nail. Come on, broken head, let's bust into a garage and see if you've got any sniffing paint. Jackpot! Hey, look, boy, hustlers from back when Larry was walking. They're called stubbies. We used to call it drinking from the brown tit. Come on, help me get the tarp off this car. I ain't never seen a car this old before. Running boards, crimson red shine, high gloss rear view mirror. How do you not steal it? That's the question. Come on, boy. We're gonna do us some joyriding. Where the hell's the ignition wire in this thing?
Dear sir, your recent advertising campaign said that your soup was better than Grandma's. Well, you're full of shit. If I ever get my hands on you, you'll wish you died during childbirth. Goodness me, that sounds like my automobile.
Pump faster, boy. Thing's gotta turn over eventually.
Get out of the car, you friggin' communist!
Get lost, you old bag. You'll give yourself a stroke. Get in quick, Kevin. The old lady's gone nuts. Look at me. I'm driving Miss Daisy. That makes you Miss Daisy, boy. You little fruit.
It occurred to Kevin that the old man would get the two of them killed if he didn't lose the old bastard right quick. So he told him to drop him off at school.
Spencer, do you know who has the worst attendance record in this school? Do you? It used to be a boy named Sean Jerkovitz, but it turned out he had an excuse. He was kidnapped by his real father. You're not that lucky. You've actually been absent more often than in attendance. I want an explanation, damn it.
Kevin said he found the curriculum a tiresome repetition of moronic exercises geared solely towards dehumanizing him into a mindless consumer.
Always with the smart-ass remarks, you punks. You're all deaf and fly and getting down with the hep cats at the clam bake. You want out of school so bad? Fine. You're going to work on our Meals on Wheels programs, bringing food to the elderly shut-ins.
We've built a van for the Meals on Wheels program. My finest shop students put in a lot of weekends to build it, but it's still basically a piece of crap. It used to be an ambulance for the Humane Society. You'll get used to the smell.
Kevin was nervous. He didn't think the van was very safe, mostly because it was built by kids he knew from juvenile detention and drinking down by the docks.
I hope you know how to tuck and roll, kid, because I give this junker 2 days before it's splattered across an intersection. Keys are inside.
Son of a bitch.
Thank you for this lovely meal. Could you please help me grind it up so I can digest it through my feeding tube here? Oh, that's the sweet stuff.
And that's when that Cicely Montague, she told me her hip surgery was unnecessary. Can you imagine that?
Hey, long time no see, Kevin, buddy. Thanks for the food, but what I really need is some heroin. I'm jonesing bad, buddy. Think tomorrow you could bring a fix for your old pal, Bull? Think about it, Spencer. I got plenty of money because I'm still on my public service union disability leave.
Kevin didn't figure it made much sense to risk going to prison for drug possession, especially if it wasn't his drugs. But Kevin took the money anyway because he figured he could outrun Bull on account of having legs. Kevin was tired and bored and hammered on rye. He was down to his last delivery of the day, and he wasn't much looking forward to it.
About goddamn time you got here, you little bastard. You're slower than my nephew Chip, and he grew up in a house full of lead paint. Speaking of poison, what the hell kind of thrill are you trying to pass off on me now? Everyone's out to kill me, you know. Some hippies stole my car.
Kevin was nervous at first, but luckily the old widow was so medicated she didn't recognize him.
It's a conspiracy. First Kennedy, then my car. Police said they looked for it. Fat chance of that happening. Sit down already. You're making me nervous. Don't sit there. That's Herman's chair. Herman, my husband. Can't you see him? Ungrateful little brat. Best part of you ran down your father. Oh, time for my medicine.
That's when Kevin noticed something familiar. More pill bottles, just like the ones from the trash. He realized that the Widow Coulson was the most delusional old person he'd seen all day. Kevin liked the fact that she was delusional because that meant they had something in common.
Listen, boy, I've been thinking of retiring my old Smith Corona. The cops could match the keys too easy. I'm thinking of getting jacked into that there internet. My friends say I can write more death threats and get them delivered with email. I'll pay you the going rate.
Kevin figured since he was done work for the day, and since the old widow was sleeping, he'd have a look around the house and do some shopping.
You can get started tomorrow.
At first, Kevin's old man was pretty excited at the prospect of owning a vintage car. But soon he realized it had its drawbacks.
Fucking pile of junk.
He also learned that the car didn't have a very good suspension. This made it hard pulling into the driveway, which hadn't been paved since the flood of '46.
Oh, that's just perfect.
Can I help you, sir?
Car wash wrecked my smoke and all my lottery tickets.
Was your window open?
No.
Then how did all the water get in?
Through the window. I mean door, roof. Just don't let it happen again, you son of a bitch. Hey, give me some free food, boy.
Kevin told Percy he was perfectly capable of getting off his fat ass and that the food was supposed to be for shut-ins.
I am a shut-in. I gotta stay out of sight till it gets dark. Then I can get this fucking car.
Kevin said he should take it to Jimmy's pawn shop. Jimmy had a way of sorting things out.
You're right. Maybe he'll let me trade it back for my black velvet poster collection. Thanks for the idea, boy. Now give me my free meal, you little punk bastard.
I'd like to have my ZZ Top CDs, my lava lamp, my antique shoehorn, and my silver-plated set of matching hot knives, please.
Listen, you're just gonna come back here in 2 days and give all this junk back to me so you can buy more drugs. Why don't you just leave it here? I'll cut your deal on a small storage fee.
No way, man. I need my tunes at least once a week. Oh yeah, every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
Sorry, Percy. I can't give you your Black Velvet poster collection back. Sold it to the Legion 2 days ago.
Ah, well, I get drunk there too. Listen, I gotta get rid of a car. Normally I just go joyriding and ditch the thing. This one might be worth something.
I'm listening.
Well, stop listening and come outside. I'm not gonna drive the fucking thing in here.
I can give you $300.
$300? Should be in a museum. At least you can strip it for parts.
Oh, that's your answer for everything, ain't it? Cars, bikes, exotic dances, and chicken wings. Just strip something and problem solved. Well, it won't work this time. I can't front that thing. Vintage car parts are rare. Everyone will trace them back to me.
What the hell am I supposed to do with it?
I have a friend who's a mechanic. He might be able to help you out. Meet me after closing time and I'll bring you over. Maybe you can sell it overseas or something. In the meantime, you better keep out of sight. Cops are always checking my place out.
Kevin was still pretending to set up the old widow's computer and internet. But every once in a while, he'd take a break to try randomly experimenting with her medication. First, he tried some blue pills, and they made him real paranoid, so he hid in the clothes dryer for a few hours. There were some multicolored pills that slowed his heart rate down so severely that he had to smoke 2 packs just to feel like himself again. Then he tried some red pills. They made all the lights really, really bright, and he had to squint all the time. Then he thought he was going to stop breathing. He liked the red pills most. He took some green pills, but they didn't seem to have any effect at all. At least they wouldn't until he tried to have children. It may have seemed dangerous, but Kevin took the pills anyway because it helped him to not concentrate on the old widow's stories about her life.
My husband Herman and I came to this country on board the Titanic. That's right, I was on board the Titanic. I was the only person with any guts on that shipload of wimps. I had to order the sailors to kick all the third-class passengers out of my lifeboat before I got in. We didn't wait for the rescue ship. I just made Herman row his lazy ass to Newfoundland. That's where we became famous. Herman and Lil's good time husband and wife folk music explosion. But then, tragedy struck. Herman suffered a horrible accordion mishap, which took his life. I couldn't carry on my music career without Herman, so I moved to Montreal and became a radical member of the FLQ. I specialized in blowing up mailboxes. Then I had a torrid affair with music superstar Renee Simard. But my political beliefs eventually pulled us apart. Them and the Vice Squad. Enough joking around. Get going with your chores.
Kevin was starting to like the old woman, so he began to do other things around the house to help her out, like tending the shrine to her husband that she kept in the closet. It was surrounded by candles and Polaroids with the eyes mysteriously cut out. He also learned the difference between American soap operas,
Veronica, Steve is having an affair,
and British soap operas.
Hilda, Bobby's gone and got his ass stuck in the loo again.
Jesus Lord, get a load of the teeth. No wonder the Krauts bombed you.
After stealing her medication for a few days, Kevin started to think the old widow might notice the pills were missing. So whenever she fell asleep, he replaced them with candies.
What can I do for you, sir?
I'm here for the school bus I dropped off earlier for the safety check.
Sir, I can't let you drive this bus out of the garage. The tires are bald, the steering column is messed up, and it's got more emission problems than a baboon at a bean dinner. It's a death trap.
Well, how about if I give you $50? That's twice as much as I paid for the Meals on Wheels van.
Here's your safety certificate. Happy motoring.
Yeah, like I'm getting behind the wheel. I'll have the driver pick it up before his morning route.
What can I do for you boys?
I stole an old car and now I want to get rid of it.
Let's have a look-see. Whoa, this here body yours?
Christ almighty! I knew there was something screwy about that old bag.
Whoa! Must have been in there a long time.
Well, what do you want me to do with this? Don't think my dogs would be very interested. They ain't too active no more.
Freeze! This is the police.
No shit, bonehead. What the hell do you want?
Do you deny illegally selling vehicle safety certificates?
Yeah, sure.
Wrong answer, pal. We have recordings of you doing it.
Oh, well then why the hell did you even bother asking me, you dickhead?
Shut the joint down, boys. Everyone's under arrest.
Hey, Chief. Get a load of this. Jimmy did it. I seen him.
What a crew. This calls for some shrewd police work. Okay, you guys, what's the deal with the bones?
I don't know. I just stole the car from the widow's place.
You just made your first mistake, Spencer. You know, it's gonna be a pleasure bringing your murderous confederacy of scum to justice.
Kevin started to notice that the widow was acting stranger every day.
Hey! Hey! Hey, Anna! Come here right now! I can see ya! You're not fooling anybody!
He thought it was probably because she wasn't getting her medication.
Communists and homosexual hippies! They're all trying to steal the corn out of my vegetable garden, stocking up for the revolution.
Kevin decided that maybe working for the Widow Coulson wasn't as much fun as he thought, even counting the free drugs. He told the widow he was done and that he was never coming back because she was insane and frightened him.
Good. Now I can email my late husband Herman. Finally, he'll tell me what I should do. It can be like the old days when I didn't have to think for myself all the time. Always thinking.
Kevin left just in time to watch the police come and arrest the old woman under suspicion of manslaughter. It was quite a day.
Hey!
No, I don't want any more of your drugs, you idiot. You've been selling me estrogen. They're hormone replacement pills for postmenopausal women. Now I've got breasts like Pamela Anderson. When I get my hand on you, Spencer.
Kevin told Bull he didn't have any hands. Then he laughed at him and left.
Welcome to Court Television, the game show, with your host, Judge Anderson.
It's time to play.
Let's make a plea bargain!
Let's meet today's contestants.
Our first defendant is a pawn shop owner who likes long walks and quiet times. Here's Jimmy. Our next defendant is a decrepit old widow with no redeeming qualities whatsoever, Widow Coulson. Our newcomer contestant is an auto mechanic who says he likes his justice the way he likes his women, bold and brassy. Auto mechanic Butch Cramphammer. And our final player is a welfare case who says his favorite hobby is drinking himself to the point that his wife looks good again, Percy Spencer.
Okay, Jimmy, you won the toss. You've been charged with criminal pandering. What you gonna do? I'll take plea bargain for $200, Alex. I mean, Your Honor, I get immunity, and I'll testify against the mechanic for running a chop shop for stolen cars.
I want a plea bargain. That Percy Spencer guy is the one who brought in a stolen car. I'll testify for immunity.
Are you fucking Dooley?
Stolen car, huh? Okay, it's a deal. Percy Spencer, you're going down for Grand Theft Auto unless you can...
I'll testify about the body and the old woman's car for immunity.
Okay, you can take immunity, or what's behind door number 2?
Door number two.
Okay, Percy. Behind door number 2 is a pack of rabbit raccoons.
I'm not a criminal, General.
So, you deny killing the person whose unidentified remains were discovered in the trunk of your car? Perhaps this will refresh your memory.
Ah! Oh my God, it's Herman! What are you doing with Herman?
Who's Herman?
Herman's my husband. When he died, he wanted to be buried with the thing he loved most, his vintage Model T Ford.
But the car was still in your garage.
Hey! I had to use that car for chores. Okay, so I never got around to burying it. What are you gonna do? Put a helpless old widow in jail for being forgetful?
They threw your old ass in the slammer.
Your Honor, we have one more case before the court. Defendant Kevin Spencer stands charged with vandalism.
And so, Jimmy and the mechanic were free to go. Widow Coulson got 3 months for criminal neglect, but it was reduced to time served with psychiatric observation.
What does this ink blot look like to you?
Like the last x-ray they did on my colon.
And now, some previews of next week's exciting episode.
What do you mean, 17?
I thought he was reaching for a gun. From where I was standing, it looked like he had arms.
I can give you the name of my dealer.
Turn off the TV. I don't feel right doing it in front of the boy.
Something's wrong with that kid. His head don't work, it never did. You better not cross his path. He's a chain-smoking alcoholic sociopath.
Communists and homosexual hippies.